since the 1979 revolution, there have essentially been three pillars of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Number one, Iran wants to defeat the US-led world order. Number two, they want to evict the United States from the Middle East. And number three, they want to replace Israel with Palestine. And there's perhaps been no government in the world which has had a more consistent and enduring grand strategy than the Islamic Republic of Iran. They've spent many billions of dollars on militant groups, whether that's Hamas, Islamic Jihad, Hezbollah, trying to defeat Israel. And so in some ways, this is nothing new. It's just a continuation of Iran's long-time strategy to try to end the state of Israel.
Now, the statements that I've heard from the supreme leader and from other Iranian government officials, very much in the vein of end of Zionism, destroy Israel, the region will be in flames. But it's always sort of in the passive voice, region will be, not Iran will do. How plausible is it that Iran actually wants to stay out of the conflict directly?
Well, Iran doesn't want peace with the United States, nor does it want peace with Israel. Now, do they want direct war with the United States or Israel? In the past, that hasn't been the case. They've tried to operate via proxy. And really, if you look at the Middle East today, Iran is the dominant power in the region, and the countries where it has enormous influence are essentially five failing states, right? You have Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, Yemen, and Gaza, the Palestinian territories. So Iran tends to thrive where there is chaos, where there are power vacuums. And so for them, an Israeli invasion of Gaza, they've experienced this before. They've experienced Israel going into Gaza before, and their proxy groups, whether it's Hamas or Islamic Jihad, have come out stronger. Iran's most powerful proxy, Lebanese Hezbollah, was in some ways a byproduct of the 1982 Israeli invasion of Lebanon. And that really helped them turbocharge Lebanese Hezbollah. So over the course of the last 4 decades, they've really thrived in these indirect conflicts. Now, the question is whether they're prepared to enter into more direct conflict with either Israel or the United States. And one advantage you could argue that Iran has is the fact that they've had in their supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, arguably the longest-serving dictator in the world. He's been in power, supreme leader, since 1989, and he has a lot of experience and a lot of institutional memory. And I think one of the chief lessons he's learned over the decades is that if you hit America in the United States, you go after the World Trade Center, they're going to follow you to wherever you are and hunt you down. But if you go after U.S. forces in the Middle East, well, that sours American public opinion, because people will ask, what are we even doing there in the first place? And so I think the danger we face at the moment is that it's the Islamic Republic of Iran's view that after 2 decades of failure in Iraq and Afghanistan, there's no appetite in the American public, whether you're Democrat or Republican, to fight more conflicts in the region. And Iran feels particularly emboldened at the moment, whether it's going after Israel via proxy, going after the U.S. via their proxies. And they may be difficult to deter because they may either correctly read the situation that we're not interested in a conflict, or they may misread it, and it could lead us to a more direct conflict with Iran.